Well, hi Sagittarius. Welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your first reading. And if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. I have shuffled these cards really good. I'm going to shuffle them 3 more times. And then I will cut the cards in a 3-way cut. Get in there. 2 parts of the reading. First part here, second part here. And here we go. Okay, Sagittarius. The overall energy of your reading is the Page of Swords. You're on guard. You've got your antennas up. You are, very much aware of everything that's happening right now around you. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the King of Cups. Now, this is possible water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be in your chart someplace, might be around you. But this is hanging on to that cup of love and holding it pretty close. Really not wanting to hand it out. Your intuition is telling you to do that. You're listening to your intuition. You're on guard. That's the whole thing about handing out that cup of love. But your intuition is saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it now anyway. So you're holding it back. It's right next to the Two of Swords, this High Priestess. Now the Two of Swords, this is about not wanting to see with or deal with a situation. It's like an ostrich putting its head in the sand. It's like, maybe it'll just go away if I don't deal with it, okay? So this is another part of your energy. It's up here in your highest energy. So not dealing with handing out the love, I think, is what it is, because it's right above the 9 of Cups, and we will get there. Under the King of Cups, there's the 7 of Cups. Confusion in love. See, no wonder you're holding that cup back. You're not certain. You're not certain about if this is love. You don't want to hand that huge cup of love out until you are certain. All these cups have something else in them. All those cups. There's not enough room for a full cup of love in any of them. So that's why the confusion is there. That is why you're on guard. That's why your antennas are up and you are very much aware of everything that's going on around you, because you're hanging on to that cup of love. You really do want to hand it out. You just want to make sure that it is to the right person. I have the 9 of Cups on the other side of the Page of Swords and under the 2 of Swords. So by not dealing with any of this, not wanting to hand out your love, not wanting to get into that whole scenario, you just decided to put your love on a shelf behind you and guard it. And that's where it's in safekeeping, okay? So under the 7 of Cups, I have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, that's a step up from the Page of Swords, and you really want to cut out that confusion. That confusion and love. That's just, you're kind of, to me, it feels like you're getting tired of the confusion about love. And so you're rushing in to say, I'm done with the confusion. There must be a reason for all this confusion. Your intuition is really high right now. So whatever your intuition is telling you, however it's guiding you, is probably the right way to go. It's if whatever you're thinking is probably the right way to think. So then we have the 6 of Swords here. This is on the back side of the Knight of Swords. So by cutting out all this confusion, actually you do not want to deal with all that confusion. If you're confused in love, it's probably telling you something like, don't do it, You're moving forward. And you're just kind of trudging along, moving forward. This is a boat with a pole, being pushed with a pole, no motor, no speedboat here. And moving away from rocky waters right towards a more smooth, more peaceful place in your life. Than having to be on guard, And you're also moving right towards the Justice card. So this Justice card is right between the Nine of Cups, shelving your love, protecting your love, and moving forward at a just a kind of a shrugging forward type pace. The Justice card is a card for Libra. Libra might be in your chart, might be around you in this reading someplace. But you are going to balance your scales. That's where you're heading. You're heading towards getting those scales balanced in your life. And you do have your sword up again, as you can see in that Justice, in the Justice card. You have your sword up. You're still on guard, but you are getting your life balanced. See, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to throw your scales off balance again. And by looking at this reading, that has happened before. And you don't want to do that again. So let's see what else we have coming up in the second half of your reading. Wow, Sagittarius. What else is happening? What else do we need to know? All right. Okay, let's start up here with the Eight of Pentacles in your highest energy. Yeah, you do not want to work on love. I think you've done that before, like I was saying, and it was a one-way street where you were the only one working on it. And so the burden of working on love, because that's what it's all about. I mean, it starts out with the King of Cups. It's going to allow you to release this burden. You've been carrying a burden about you putting in all the work to a relationship. Well, you don't want to do that anymore. And your intuition is telling you to not hand that cup out. And this is what you're blocking and not wanting to deal with, is having a one-sided relationship. You're putting in all the work. You being the only one focused on making a relationship work. Well, that was a burden. And you're getting ready to put down that burden. You're getting ready to drop these wands. There's no one of wands. So once these wands get so heavy, there is nothing more for you to do than just start dropping them. We have the Ten of Pentacles up here. Now, this is security, stability. This is groundedness. This is a commitment. This is extended family. Look, there's pets and children in this card. This is a very stable home. I feel like you're heading toward that. Once you drop these wands, I think you're going to be heading towards something really stable here. And there's a reason I'm saying that, and that's because the World card is right underneath. But let's read as we go. I have the Tower card here. Remember I said you don't like putting all the work into a relationship? Because, when the other person is not putting in any work, that created a Tower moment. That's why your intuition is telling you don't hand out that cup of love right now, because it doesn't feel right to you, okay? And you don't want another Tower moment. You've learned from your Tower experience, and I know that because I see the card below it, and we'll get to that one. So we have the Magician here. You're manifesting. Okay, so putting down the wands, not, just being like the Fool card, living in the moment and throwing caution to the wind and handing that cup of love out. You're being very methodical about it. And this is causing you to manifest. Now, if you notice that infinity symbol right above the head of the Magician here, that is the symbol of knowing and intuition again. So what you're doing is absolutely what you should be doing. So the Magician here, right next to the Magician, well, right under the dropping all those wands, okay, this is going to help you manifest this whole new life cycle. This is the World card. And it's right below the Pentacles. You are manifesting a whole new life cycle that is secure and stable, committed, with extended family, probably pets and children, they're in the card. This is what's happening. You are manifesting by holding back, by being on guard, having your antennas up, being careful, okay, with what you do with your love. You're actually manifesting something really solid. So under the Tower card, I told you we'd be getting there, is the Judgment card. That was a learning experience. All the work that you were putting into the other relationships that failed, all the Tower moments that have gotten behind you, that made you the person you are today, was all a spiritual lesson so you can be the person you are today. The Judgment card. It left you with the whole world in your hands, and you've been waiting on deciding what you want to do with your world. It's right under the Magician. You manifested this. You manifested having the world in your hands, and you did it. You did it all by walking away from handing out that cup of love. So we have the Eight of Cups. From walking away from all that love there, 7, 8, there's 8 right there, cups of love, you're manifesting. And the Magician is actually pointing right to the Eight of Cups. The walking away is making you strong. That's all part of your judgment. Your judgment, which is your spiritual lesson, is knowing when to hand out that huge cup of love you have. And you are entering a new life cycle. So I would expect things to start changing and moving, and you are going to be wanting, and you are going to be feeling confident to hand that cup of love out down the road here in not too long. Wow, Sagittarius. So that was your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance.